self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let.
If you have watched my Grand Prime video yesterday, then probably, you have a lot of questions, like, what build was I using? Killing those 300 plus enemies really easy. In this video, I will try to share all the details on my experiment, and I'll give you the build that I was using, and as well as other build variation, like a budget-friendly build, and other endgame setup that you might want to try on this amazing heavy blade. So, let's cut any long introduction and begin this video. Grand Prime is special, not only because it looks really amazing, but it also boasts some amazing stats value. It packs a 32% critical chance, with a 2.6 times critical damage multiplier. It also has a 32% status chance that can reach 100% with the help of 4 dual status mods. And best part is, it got a really high slash damage, which we all know, perfect for high level missions, as it bypasses enemy armors. The downside is, it has one of the slowest attack speed of all melee weapons. This may be bothersome for some of you, but I will tell you some tips later on how to deal with that slow attack speed efficiently. Now this is just a small detail, but can somehow affect your overall gameplay with Grand Prime. This heavy blade has a really large slam attack radius, and the slam attacks have a really powerful ragdoll effect. This may be beneficial for crowd control purposes, but it can also annoy some players as they may prefer killing the enemies straightforward. Also, there's a current combo counter bug right now, that makes it longer for you to get to 3 times combo multiplier. Specifically, it takes about 900 hits to get 3 times combo multiplier, and it would probably take around 810,000 hits to get that 5 times combo multiplier. Bonkers. We still don't know the max potential of this weapon when the combo multiplier gets fixed, but as of now, it's pretty strong even with a broken combo multiplier. Okay, now let's head to the build section of this guide. First things first, let's talk about stance and how to address the slow attack speed of Grand Prime. You have 2 choices when it comes to stance, either Cleaving Whirlwind or Tempo Royale. Now, I love Tempo Royale, and in fact, I have been using this stance on my melees or because it synergies really well with Exodia Hunt. However, for this weapon, I prefer Cleaving Whirlwind. I'm one of those who would rather be efficient in killing enemies, than take advantage of Tempo Royale's ability to crowd control. Cleaving Whirlwind is better for the Grand Prime in my opinion, because it has more solid combo, efficient for killing enemies, just like the Broken Bull combo, which lets you spin around, and destroy all enemies in your path. Just a hint though, don't overdo it, as that stagger effect is somehow terrible, especially in endurance runs. And yes, this was the stance I'm using on my previous Grand Prime showcase video. It's not really maiming strike, but I'm constantly using the Broken Bull combo of the Cleaving Whirlwind stance. In terms of dealing with the slow attack speed, you can either equip Berserker, Primed Fury, or even Arcane Strike, or a combination of these. In my case, I usually go with Berserker, and then equip Arcane Strike on my frame, as I really think that there are way better mods to help the overall damage output of Grand Prime, than equipping Primed Fury. Anyway, if you don't have the Arcane, then you can just equip Berserker, or use frames like Valkyrie to increase your attack speed. Okay, let me share my builds. First is a budget-friendly build that you can achieve with Zero Former. These 2 dual status mods over here, with the help of Drifting Contact, will help you achieve 83% of status chance. Perfect for proccing both viral and slash as often as possible. In my honest opinion, I think viral is the most suited element for the Grand Prime, as this weapon does deal mostly slash damage, and we all know how effective viral is when paired with slash damage. Reach is a personal preference, as I want to hit more enemies, and if you don't have Blood Rush yet, then you can equip this with True Steel. However, the critical chance would somehow be lower compared to equipping Blood Rush on the mix. Lastly, I really enjoy Organ Shatter for the Grand Prime, since it has a relatively high critical chance that almost every time I get the bonus critical damage coming from Organ Shatter. Even with this setup, you can take down high-level units like these corrupted bombards and heavy gunners with ease. It's sorta viable, and you can even take this build on 1-hour survival runs. Now, if you have the primed version of these mods, then I advise you to equip them. Primed Pressure Point does give significant increase in melee damage to the Grand Prime. Same goes with Primed Reach. 165% increase in range means that we can hit a lot of enemies, especially with our Broken Bull combo. As you can see, the damage increase is pretty significant, as well as the range. The primed mods clearly turns the Grand Prime into a monster, and best part is, you can achieve this mod setup also with Zero Former. If you are looking for the setup that I was using in my previous video though, then here it is. This will cost you some indo and credits, but it's totally worth it. Sacrificial pressure may have lesser melee damage bonus compared to primed pressure point, but when it's paired with sacrificial steel, then you won't really notice a big difference and you got extra critical chance, which turns the overall critical chance of Grand Prime to 67%. Now, add Blood Rush on the mix, and you will see red crits happen every time when you achieve 2 times combo multiplier. The only downside of this build is I have to remove the 2 dual status mods which forms the viral element. It's a choice between those mods and Primed Reach, and in the end, I find Primed Reach more suited for my playstyle. So, instead of those 2 mods, I just add Weeping Wounds to increase my status chance. And of course, I have Drifting Contact as always, not just to increase the status chance and retain the combo multiplier, but also to help out the Weeping Wounds mod, and of course, Berserker for attack speed. And lastly, other players may find Condition Overload good for the Grand Prime, in the place of Organ Chatter, but for this setup, I prefer this critical damage mod. Condition Overload may be good in that build where I have 83% status chance, but honestly, I don't see the point on adding the mod. Organ Chatter is way better in my opinion since the Grand Prime can proc critical hits like most of the time. Okay, so let me paint a clear picture on what this mod setup can do.
Chasing the sun, all those days trying to find a place where you only can just be alone. All those nights lying by your side, like it's a vibe, feeling it shine under your spotlight.
And that's how you turn Grand Prime into a godly weapon. Best part is, you can do this without any Riven. If you have a Riven though, then probably, you might want to roll it with either critical chance, critical damage, melee damage, or attack speed. The Gram Riven has a max Riven disposition right now that you can get some good stat rolls out of it. So that's it. Hope that you find this video informative. If you have some feedbacks, suggestions or anything to say about Grand Prime, then feel free to write it on the comment section below. Also, before you leave, please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it, and you can also subscribe to our channel if you want to see more informative videos like this. Just don't forget to turn on notifications to receive updates whenever we uploaded a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.